anything here? Hey. All right, so go in the other room.
Oh, dude.
Go in the other
All
room.
this time.
All right, so if anybody's hearing us right now,
Bear
we're having some some big audio issues. Alrighty, because our main host today is not here. So producer type Brian, myself, is trying to figure it out, and I believe I just figured it out. So if everyone just give me a few minutes, we will go live in a
So
jiffy.
text Allison and tell her to talk.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Be patient, please. Oh, no. Just waiting on Chris to get back in here, and we will be live. Alrighty. Let's see.
Hey. Okay.
Can you hear us, Allison?
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm talking, so
Alrighty.
how's that working?
We can hear you.
Hey, guys, okay. I can't hear y'all, but I'll keep talking. So talk. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, Sesame Street. Alright, so not sure if y'all can hear me, but I'm definitely talking.
All right, we're good. I need Allison's volume to go up a little bit.
See if you can hear me right now. Good, you hear me now?
Yep.
So we need her volume to go up just a little bit.
Turn what up?
Her volume.
Alrighty.
So, keep talking.
Yeah. All right. I'm about to put you back where you can hear us again. Hang on.
Okay. Where should I be able to hear you from?
The headsets.
Hang on.
Again, I apologize to everybody listening. It sounds like there's an echo as well.
I didn't hear it.
Alrighty.
Just so you know.
Once you put your headphones on, you'll hear it. So if the audio is that bad,
Yeah.
please feel free to comment and let us know.
Okay. Somehow you touched something here. Yeah.
I
I'm
haven't
pretty sure.
touched anything here.
Like you might have accidentally done it.
All right, is that?
No.
I don't
Hello.
know. We're good. Let's just go with it. Let's roll with it. Let's just try not to talk over each other.
That's a little much.
All right, we're going live. All
No,
right.
we can't yet.
All right.
Otherwise, we'll be coming to you live from Yankee Stadium.
Alrighty, now.
Yours is intense.
Yeah, it is.
So, do we need to make one more phone call?
Jesus H. Now my camera.
I can hear you guys. I don't know if you can hear me, but
We
I'm
can.
hearing you through the phone. Fine.
Yeah, so well,
Jesus H.
we can hear you. That's not the problem. We've got this crazy, like we're in a tin can
Y'all can just keep
sound.
the phone like that. I'm fine.
Okay.
As you can see, my webcam's not up.
You know what I think I just heard? Hang on. I think Facebook's running in the background here.
Holy moly.
Oop. Just Allison.
I wish Josh was here. Just go. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm ruining it, Josh. I don't know what the crap I did.
Yeah, this reverb's intense.
Yeah.
I think you need to text him one more time and just say, "Hey, dude, get us out of this tin can." I wonder if it's actually coming through on the feed like that in the tin can, or is it just us in the tin can?
All right. There we go.
Is anybody listening?
We'll just have to be.
Hey, there's 2 people listening. Could you comment and let us know if we sound like we're in a tin can or not?
I figured it out.
Who's our one person?
There's a one person. YouTube, Facebook, shout out.
What was that?
All right. We're just going to be on split screen the entire show.
Hey, that's not a problem then.
All righty. Let's get to it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
I'm not a good producer type guy.
Are you hearing what I'm hearing?
Yes, I am. So let's not talk over each other.
It's like, to the point though, it's almost like 1, 2. 1, 2.
Allison, can you hear us?
I think I kind of feel like it's the hello.
We've lost you, Allison.
I can, basically.
Jesus, Lord Almighty.
Oh my goodness. Allison, we've lost your audio.
And we are losing listeners.
That figures.
Now, why would we have lost your audio there? We had it fine. Is that possibly from your end? Can you check that?
All right,
for us?
there's no echo. Just go without her, is what he said. So, Allison, if you can hear us, since we really don't have your audio anymore, we may have to forego your appearance on the show.
We've had her audio the whole time.
All right. Anyways, let's get to the show. And if she comes in, she comes in. All right. So, what about Jalen Hurts?
What about Jalen? Jalen's going to
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's good for him. Good move. I mean, he's just going to be riding the bench the entire time at Alabama. But now that he's at a good team, they could actually make a run and play Alabama next year. That's how I feel.
What?
Me being a Texas fan, she's back. Me being a Texas fan, I'm not happy about it.
Right? So,
Might be able to hear somebody. I don't
There you are.
you know what's crazy? She doesn't have the echo.
Yeah. Whatever. They don't hear it according to the comments, so we're good. We'll
No,
just have to
just
deal
me
with
and
it.
you.
Yeah.
That's great. So we'll be broadcasting from a little tin can here in Chelsea, Alabama.
All right, Allison. We were talking about
know.
Jalen Hurts and his move. What do you feel about that? Allison?
Let me make sure we're still with her. We're still with you, aren't we, Allison?
Oh, we're here. Yeah. I mean, if I look like I'm, trying to figure out what side of my ears things are coming out of, I think there's a saying, what side of your mouth that's not my ears. Jalen Hurts. His loss, it hurts.
I think so.
It hurts. It hurt my feelings. But then again, when you lose, and sometimes I just,
You can't be mad at him, though.
Well, you know that it's already been as soon as the announcement was released, the question came out: who would you rather get beat by, Dabo or Jalen? Right?
Yep.
I'd rather not get beat by either one.
That Yeah, but you can't win them all.
But who would you rather be beat by, Dabo or Jalen?
I'd probably say Dabo. How about you?
You know, honestly, for me, I think I would. I think at this point, nobody can win them all. I mean, that's kind of like a losing battle from the end, from the start and from the beginning. I mean,
So do you think Jalen makes a run for the title? I mean, being at Oklahoma, you know, he's going in where somebody's leaving. You know, he gets an automatic start. There's no question there.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Does he go out though and make a real name for himself this time?
I could see him being a Heisman contender.
Well, that's my question. Does he put himself in contention?
He should. I mean, there's moments where if you let it pass you by too many times, I mean that's where.
Yeah. I'd love to see him win the Heisman.
Honestly, I don't know.
That would be 3 in a row at Oklahoma.
Something that I sat here and thought, it's not something I've lost sleep at night about.
Well,
I mean, but I think that'd be crazy though. So obviously Tua would be a candidate next year.
Yes.
He was a candidate this year.
yes.
Okay. And now you put his, how do you say, his stepbrother in contention against him.
That'd be a fun game to
Wouldn't it,
watch.
though?
Yes. I'd enjoy that a lot.
So do you think Jalen takes some secrets with him?
Why not?
I mean,
He wants to win.
right? There's no doubt.
Oh, me. Well, what else is going on in the world?
It would be a lot of fun controversy, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, sports.
I mean, you know what? Most people that I know say, and this is what I say, I'm an Alabama fan. Why? Because I like to win. So, to that testimony,
You know, there's people out there that actually said, well, why didn't he go to Auburn? And I said,
Yep.
because he wants to win.
Yep.
he still wants to win.
Right.
All right. Well,
Sorry,
I'm
Auburn fans.
seeing all in the
I'm
comments
sorry.
the Gillette commercial.
Auburn, you had Cam, and I mean, Jalen might be he might could pull a Cam move. We've seen miracles.
We'll stick him on sports for just a second.
All right.
Okay. What about the guy that spent the money? The guy you were telling me about earlier.
Money.
No, the guy who. It was another article you were talking about.
Cheese football?
Yeah.
The homeless guy? Yeah. There was a homeless guy that saw a Kansas City. Yeah. I forgot the
pretty cool.
player, but he was stuck in the ice before the game. And this homeless man, I guess he's living out of his car because he has a car. And he decided to help him, unknowing that he was a Kansas City football player. And in return, that player is now buying him tickets.
Here's my question though.
Yes,
Okay.
being homeless does not mean that you don't have a car.
I know, but you would kind of associate a house with a car. But I want to get off that subject. But that's a nice gesture. That
I think
gives,
so.
yeah.
Tickets. I think he actually went out and asked for people to donate money to this guy.
Yeah.
Well, see, to me, that would be something. And don't get me wrong, I think the tickets are, like you said, that's a great gesture.
Mm-hmm.
Let
But-
me get my notes.
It's a lot better. All right. Yeah, I think that's very great in humanity. You there, Allison?
Are you still with us, Allison?
You
I
can hear
will
me.
admit that it's
You want to put on speaker here?
That's good.
I will admit it's a little tough to
Gotcha.
hear myself twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're dealing with some issues
Yeah.
of our own.
Sorry, I'm a crap producer type guy.
The producer guy, we might be looking for a new window.
Yes.
That's okay. Hey, we find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes.
There is always a way. We like our producer type girls or guys, or it doesn't matter. We're not gender specific around here.
Josh is out there making his $20.
Yep.
So while
We'll try again, right?
oh yeah, we definitely will. So while we're on our little soapbox here, you know, in sports, and what I wanted to talk about a little bit is double standards.
Double standards. I love double standards. They're my favorite.
And how they don't apply sometimes to certain
They
people.
don't apply to a lot of people sometimes. Okay, and this is my gripe. Okay, and I don't really care what side you're on, but the amount of double standards that's out there now it's dumbfounding.
Mm-hmm.
Just example, the McDonald's at the White House deal.
Oh, come on. That's
Okay, so what is your take on that, Allison? I mean, for me personally, if I'm invited to the White House, I don't care what he's feeding me.
That's true.
Okay, all right. I really do think if you ask for something and that's what you're given, and no matter, you know what, I can understand that. It's like, you know, I have kids. Sometimes I can take them to the best restaurant, 5-star meal.
Right.
I mean, we could have Kobe beef.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Do the whole 9 yards. I could have. They still want chicken nuggets.
Right?
Yep.
Why? Because they're kids.
Oh, absolutely.
They're
Well-
still kids. So you know what? If eating McDonald's and Wendy's and whatever the hell they wanted to eat at the White House, if that's kind of like that, you know what? We smashed some burgers at the White House.
Right?
Okay, let them have it. And
So-
I don't think that that's being disrespectful.
Yep.
Now, I think people are going to always go, oh, well, they saved the steaks for. Okay, no. I think you've got two different types of programs. I think that you've got two different types of just, you know what, Clemson seems to be a very young, fun environment. And I'm an Alabama fan. We are a traditional, you know, it has that notoriety of what you just consistently do. So yes, you're going to eat steak and you're going to show up and do, you know, and be poised. It's a different thing. So who cares? Whatever.
Did you see where Michael Strahan? Did you just
Yeah.
happen to see where Michael Strahan offered to buy lobster and whatever on his own tab, just kind of as a slap in the face?
Yeah, I did. Of course, to me, you know, you look at it, you know, since Strahan was booted off of Kelly Ripa's freaking live show, he's irrelevant now.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, yeah, like what you said earlier, if you're going to offer to buy somebody something, okay, and gripe about what's going on, okay,
Mm-hmm.
go out and buy all these people that are furloughed at dinner,
Exactly.
regardless of what that dinner might be.
Yep. It's food. It's a meal.
I mean, if you ask them, then give it to them. I mean, that's what they wanted.
So did y'all see the video of Tyler Lawrence? If anybody doesn't know, you're hiding under a rock. But the quarterback for the Clemson team. Okay, they took a video of him and they came out and they asked him. They said, "So what did they feed you in there?" You know, and they were trying to bait him. You know, and it was really cool because he goes, "Oh, it was awesome. We had McDonald's and everything." Now I don't know about you guys, okay, but if you've ever been on a strict diet, particularly as an athlete at this level, okay, there is nothing like a cheat day.
No.
Right? Okay. It's just like people who travel out of the country. People who will spend a month or so out of the country, and then when they come back, you know the craziest thing, the first,
Yeah.
right,
Yes.
the first thing people want is, gosh, take me to a quarter pounder with cheese.
There's like some things that you just want. I can understand that. Yeah. Like they say, there's some things that adults do, married couples do. You want a sandwich after.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't substitute that for something else.
Yep, give me a cheeseburger and fries.
Right. Yeah, you invite me to the White House. I don't care what he's serving.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm happy to be there.
absolutely. Okay, what an honor. But I will say this, you know, what a gracious kid he was in his comments and the way he handled things. You know, they were trying to bait him. He wasn't going to fall for that routine. You know, and again, these and I love the fact that they said I don't remember, but if you do the math, they spent like $6,000 or $7,000 on hamburgers.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this is all out of his own pocket. Okay. And the crazy thing is, you know, you're talking about how many guys you figure were there from that team and the coaches. How many people are on a roster like that?
52 or so?
50
53?
or so? Okay.
Yeah.
Those guys were smashing it, okay? That's it. There was very little left.
I'm sure there was hardly anything left. And in Trump's press conference, he was like, I want to go see how much they've taken. And we lost Allison, but let's continue.
Right?
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness gracious. These are the perils of jumping into brand new redone studio with the captain being gone at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay though. Like I said, we'll continue to roll on this. I guess the thing about the double standard that bothers me, and again, I don't really care which side it comes from. You know, when did it become a popular thing to and I don't know, maybe in my day we called it something different. We called it lying or doing a 180.
Yeah.
And now it's labeled this politically correct label as a double standard. You know, give you an example. One of the things that's irritating me about the double standard that's going on with both parties, to be honest with you, is how we literally have, and you know, you can say people have changed their minds, or they didn't mean this, or they didn't mean that, or whatever when it's in print, okay? But these are actual videos of people actually talking. We're talking about Obama, Clinton, Schumer, Pelosi. They all supported a wall.
Yeah, and now suddenly they
and
don't.
All of a sudden now they don't, okay? And they want to hide their eyes to the fact that there are actually ridiculous amounts of crimes going on about people coming in over the border, okay? Well, these aren't fake numbers, okay? And what do you think about the lady who filed her nails
I didn't hear about
in
that.
the middle of a CNN interview?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I sent that to you.
Gosh,
I thought. Yeah.
Right? Okay, and she's going to sit there and talk about the fact that this is all fabricated.
Yeah, right.
Okay, the numbers are there. You know, the other double standard that's happening right now is the guy from Congress, the Republican Steve King, who made the comment about the girl from our new congresswoman who is from of the Islamic faith,
Yeah.
comes in and says, or he made the comment about her saying that I wouldn't be surprised if she went in there and blew the place up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's be honest. Okay, the track record is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's scary to me about that, and Josh and I have talked about this, and I think you kind of and I have too. I feel like every time there's like movies come out, you know, it's kind of like sometimes I feel like they're trying to prepare the general American public for what's about to happen.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you know, talking about her going in and blowing up the White or the State House. Okay,
Yeah.
that is so designated survivor.
Oh, yeah.
Right there in our face. Okay, you know, to me, if the shoe fits, wear it. Okay, here's the problem I have with that whole process. You know, when they're talking about now asking him to step down because of his comments. Okay. Yet it's okay for one of them to walk in, and the first thing they scream when they walk in there is, "We're going to impeach the MFer."
Yep.
Okay, so how is she not being asked to step down?
It's that double standard. They can do what they want.
Telling you, okay?
It's ridiculous.
And it's one of those things where, you know, our immigration policies are inviting more and more people with that kind of mindset to come in, be a part of our government and everything, and we're not allowed to talk about it.
Yep. It's becoming normalized now.
Right. And if you say anything about it,
Anybody hear me now talking?
Yeah, we can hear you.
we can.
Cool.
Welcome back.
Thanks. The nail file situation?
Yep.
Are you filing your nails?
She is.
I just wanted to make sure.
Hey, if she can do it, so can you.
Mm-hmm. That's great. I think we just lost her again. I don't know what's going on, people. I apologize. I'm doing the best I can. What else is on the docket?
Well, one other interesting double standard to talk about. We are advised not to judge all Muslims by the actions of a few.
Yes.
Okay. But we're encouraged to judge gun owners by their actions, by the actions of a few lunatics.
Yep.
Okay. Again, this is one of
Double
those double
standard.
standards. Okay. The other one that's interesting is that, and this is one that really blows my mind. We hear all the time. This is not something new. This is something that's going on forever about the idea that Social Security is going to run out of money.
How?
Okay. Well, let's just say it does. Okay. How come we never hear about welfare running out of money?
Good point.
I mean, I'm just
Very
curious.
good point.
Okay. So, I mean, why is it every time we hear about somebody running out of money, it's always Social Security running out of money? Okay. Why is it that? Okay. These are the people who actually work for it, and we're going to run out of their money. Yet we're not. Nobody's ever said anything of running out of welfare money.
Yep. For people who don't.
For people who don't work, well, we do. Somebody
Well,
works for
yeah.
it. You and I do.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the bottom line. And I guess the other thing the thing that I would like somebody to explain to me the double standard of this wall thing. You know, the Democrats, we have walls we've actually funded walls in Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Israel, quite a few other places.
And we've even approved more than what Trump
supposed to oversee the construction. It was a $50 billion talk of money that was set aside for what they called the Secure Fence Act.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Where's that money?
It's probably lost like that 13 trillion or whatever
right?
was lost.
Where's the money? Show me the money. I don't know. It's interesting. I just, you know, that's my gripe today about how you know, people can say one thing and mean another, and it's just and again, it just irritates me that when somebody has, you know, here's the thing. I'm always about having an intelligent conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm easy to talk to. I'll listen to you, but it literally when you ask people questions that can't answer, they immediately turn to name calling.
Resort,
okay?
yeah.
And it's insane. I'm going to be honest with you. It's gotten to the point, okay, if it wasn't for something like this show, I would literally shut down my social media.
Mm-hmm.
And it bothers me too, okay, because when people generalize about a group of people, whether it be Republicans or whatever, okay, you're automatic. If you're a Trump supporter today, you're a racist, you're a homophobe, the whole 9 yards.
Xenophobe, misogynist, everything.
You are all of it wrapped up in one, okay? But to think honestly, okay, that somebody, regardless, okay, even on the Democratic side, if you think that every single person over there is going to think the same way you do, okay, isn't that the whole idea to being individuals, okay? If you think somebody's going to think exactly like you do on every point, you're missing out somewhere.
Yes.
You got a rough life ahead of you, okay? It's just not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
What bothers me about that, though, is they clump us all into this one big group of what we are horrible people, like you said. All
deplorables.
But here, yes, we're deplorables, okay? But here's what gets me. 90% of these people, okay, and it's sad, if you look at them on social media, they are so, give an example, okay? My friends list, okay, and my family members, I'm probably one of the most diverse people you would ever want to meet. Okay.
As far as partisanship or what?
Everything.
Everything?
Okay?
Right.
You look at my friends list, okay? It has everything. Every race, every nationality, every religious creed, every denomination, every political, you know, every last one of them is covered. You know, what happened to the day where everybody could get along? It absolutely drives me insane that now people, every day, you see it, well, I'm just going to defriend this person, or I'm unfriending you. Okay, I guess maybe it's just because we didn't have the chance to unfriend somebody in real life. Okay, but you know, these are what I call social media warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they're out there. Okay, let them come to your face. Okay, they won't say anything,
no.
right? Everybody's got huge ones when they're on social media. You can hide. These are, you know, they hide behind that keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
So,
keyboard warriors,
right? So, I mean, I can be a hell of a keyboard warrior.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
can
doubt
too.
about that, right? Okay.
To Alabama fans.
Yeah.
Oh man, let me type a comment real quick.
And this is another interesting thing that I saw. There's a guy standing outside of a prison. And he said, "You know what? I won't see any police or any prisoners or any criminals or anything on the outside of this wall. There's no need for those walls." Now, if you think about it, that's the mentality, okay? Just because you don't see them, that means the walls are working,
Yeah.
okay? There's no criminals on the outside, okay? That means when you're standing outside of a prison wall, okay, and you don't see any criminals, okay, the walls are working.
Yeah.
Okay? We're talking about a group of people who don't support walls, who don't support gun ownership
Anymore.
Anymore, right? Okay, again, the double standard. Okay, these are the same people who have walls around their homes. Okay, they have armed guards that walk around with them 24 hours a day. You and I don't get that.
No.
So, is it really that their interests are more about the American people? And don't get me wrong, that are running this country, and that is not what it was designed for.
I think the end game for those people who are now against the wall is that they see the potential in the votes
It works.
for the illegals.
Oh, you talking about the illegal voting?
Yeah, illegal voting,
that-
and even
absolutely.
illegal aliens coming in here to vote because they can vote. They get driver's licenses out in fucking California.
Thing.
So that's what they're wanting is more votes to push their agenda to get into office and to thus rule.
Right. And here's the other double standard that drives me nuts about that. Okay, these people can come in, they're handed a driver's license, they're allowed to vote, they can apply and get on welfare. They don't even have to worry about getting citizenship. Okay, when's the last time you tried to board a plane?
It's been a while, but
Okay. Let me tell you how that goes down. Okay, they check your ID. Okay, against everything you have. Okay, then they're going to run you through this screening thing. Okay, and then they're going to pat you down, and then they're going to put chemicals on you to make sure you're not carrying anything. Okay, what's the difference? And they say, oh, well, somebody could blow up a plane. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
somebody could come in here with a bomb and blow
Right.
up.
Okay, and not kill 300 people,
Yeah,
but
more.
kill 30,000
Yeah.
plus. Okay, I guess I'm having a hard time, and I just wish there was somebody out there that would have a rational conversation and actually sit down and try to explain to me what the mentality or the thought process is.
hmm I'd like to know as well. It won't let me answer her.
It says no.
Well, now everybody's hearing the dial tone.
Everybody catching that dial tone?
I am a crap producer type guy. All I do is just
No, I
push
don't think
buttons.
that's the problem.
There she is.
Miscellaneous.
All right,
Okay.
back to where we were.
But anyway, I guess that's the thing is I would love for somebody to have a rational conversation with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something else that's been lost in the old days. And I say the old days as being less than probably 12, 15 years ago.
Mhm.
You could have a rational conversation with anybody just about anything. And people wouldn't get livid and start hollering and all that.
Yep.
In my honest opinion, we are this close to a civil war.
Oh, I've thought that for a while.
We're actually in the middle of it.
Mhm.
Okay. And I guess the thing for me that really bothers me about it, and it's almost you can't help but think about Earl Pitts in this. Say, wake up, America. Okay. If you think and I don't care which side you're on. Okay. They want there to be a side. The moment we don't take sides anymore, they're in
Yeah.
trouble.
It all ends.
It all ends. Absolutely, it completely ends. Okay, I think that's what is primarily what they're afraid of. Okay, if there's no divisiveness, then they have no jobs, they have no control, they don't have their millions of dollars, and then we're all happy again. Okay, Lord have mercy, don't let that happen. So I don't know, but that's my gripe and my beef for tonight. The double standard thing, again, I want somebody to actually have a civilized conversation and try to make me understand, you know, and I guess that's the other thing that bothers me. Do you remember a time, and regardless of what you believed about a particular president, okay, remember when you were a kid, you revered any president, okay, he was something special, something to behold,
Yes.
okay? You didn't go out and say
Demonize
slanderous
them, yeah.
things or demonize them, okay? Even with Obama, you weren't allowed to do that, okay?
Yeah.
And now it has become so commonplace that it's okay to threaten them. You know, back in my day, we were brought up believing that if you threatened the president,
Secret Service, knock, knock,
they're not
knock.
going to do that was a crime.
Yep.
Okay, that was an absolute crime, and now it is so commonplace that, especially with like Hollywood, they don't care one way or the other. You know, that's the other thing I want to know about. Okay, here's a double standard for you.
All right.
All these liberal Hollywood people. Okay, remember when they all threatened to leave?
Yeah.
Why are they still here?
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's one thing. Okay, and here's my question about it. Okay, where did they all threaten to go to?
Canada.
Why are they racist against Mexicans or something?
Wow.
Why Canada? Why not Mexico?
Yeah, I mean, it's a valid point.
No, I know why.
It shoots a hole in their whole.
It sure
Yeah.
does. Okay, but they would rather go live somewhere where it's a socialist environment.
Yes.
Okay, but to me, that again, that's another one of those double standards. You know that why Canada? Why not? To me, that just makes them all racist.
Yeah, it does. Because all those Mexicans are trying to come here for a better life. But if they're unhappy where we are, why don't you just go to Canada then?
You know, you hear people talk about it, but why is nobody leaving America?
Because it's the best country on
Oh,
earth.
really? Really? Okay, that's what I mean. Think about the mentality of that. Okay, no, it's just like people. Nobody says I'm going to retire up north. Everybody says I'm going to retire down south. Okay,
Yep.
Everybody says I want to go to America. Nobody says, well, they say it, but they don't.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm leaving America. Where are you going to go that's better?
There's hardly any place.
Okay, I don't care which side of the coin you're on. Okay, I'm pretty sure that most people would elect to stay here, given the choices that are available out there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what I want to see is I want the Democrats to put together a caravan, okay, and all of them and go to Honduras and ask for asylum.
Yeah. See if they give it to them.
Right. See how that works out, and see if they're allowed to go in there and the very next vote.
Yep.
Get a driver's license. Okay. Let them give you free food. Okay. How do you think that's going to work out?
Not going to.
It's not going to work out. Okay. So again, if anybody's out there that would actually like to help me out in explaining this to me, I'd appreciate it if you'd give me a holler, shoot me a text, give me some comments. Okay. But I'm pretty sure most people would agree with me on this. Okay. Just tell me the facts and be truthful about it. Why is that really that difficult?
These days it is.
Okay. And if you can give me some of those answers, I would like that with a double cheese, okay, an order of fries, and
a cold beer.
Cold beer. Okay, and a cold beer.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, that's my soapbox for tonight.
All right. I see a lot of people on the YouTube that have wanted to go to the Gillette commercial. Have you seen it?
Oh, the Gillette commercial. Good grief. Okay. What is it? What is the world coming to? Now, here's what gets me. I looked at a lot of the. There's been a lot of things out there where people did have conversations about that commercial, and it's interesting to me. And I'm not trying to offend. Yeah, I am. Okay.
Screw it.
I'll just go ahead and offend you. Okay. What gets to me is that. First of all, do most people find that commercial offensive?
I think it's stupid. I don't find it offensive.
Or do you find that it is something that needed to be said?
Neither.
Okay, but that's what some people are taking this.
Yes.
To
the victimization mentality.
Right. Okay. Now, what's interesting to me is, okay, if you look, and I'm pretty sure if you look at it down the line, okay, women have one view of that commercial.
Yes.
And men have another.
Yes.
Okay. So here's my deal. Okay. Don't bitch at me when I don't hold the door for you.
Yeah.
Don't bitch at me when I don't open your car door for you.
When I don't pay for your meal.
Don't bitch at me when I take you out to dinner and I expect you to pay.
Yep.
Okay? When your tire's flat and I drive by waving at you, okay, don't bitch at me for not getting out and helping you out.
Yep.
Okay? Don't bitch at me for not painting your house. Okay? Don't bitch at me for not fixing the microwave. Okay? Be careful what you ask for.
Yes.
You might just get it.
Yep. I'm not against females wanting to feel that they're equal, but when it comes to superior motives like this feminist movement is, and how this commercial backs that up, that's where I draw the line. Men are not better than women. Women are not better than men. We are all human beings. Yes, we have some physical advantages over them, and yet they have some over us. But we are all equal as human beings.
See, I was brought up in an era where you were expected to do those things.
Yes.
Okay, to hold a door for a woman.
Southern hospitality. Chivalry.
And absolutely. And for me, I hope it's not dead.
I believe it's
but it's close to it.
It's 1 foot in the grave.
I mean, and as somebody young out there, how does that make you feel? Okay, and again, Josh and I talked about this a long time ago, and this is going to come out a little weird. Okay, most those of you who are listening out there who are married, okay, or have a significant other that you've been with for any period of time, okay, there was a day when you made the first move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nowadays you're freaking out if that doesn't go exactly right.
Rape.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. What a different world I feel sorry for y'all.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I could not imagine. I wouldn't want to be single in this world today. Okay. Because now what we called flirting,
mm-hmm.
okay, is now a
sexual harassment.
Yep. Okay. How do you deal with that?
I guess you have to wait for them to make the move. Then we can do that double standard and say, "Oh, she's sexually harassing me." We could dish it right back to them.
See, and is that really deep inside? Is that really what they want?
No.
Again, this is another one of those double standards.
Exactly.
Okay? And see, these are the things that are bothering me. Okay, what is so wrong with telling a woman that she's beautiful? Okay, when I was growing up, we were young. Okay, and don't get me wrong, I don't know. You know, we you can call it cat calls or what you want to. Okay, the old whistling at somebody when they walk by. You know, it's meant to be a compliment.
Yes.
Okay, it's no different than you walking up to somebody and going, "My goodness, you look great today." Okay, now do that in the workplace and see how it works out for you.
Fired.
You're done. You're absolutely done.
Yep.
Okay. Next thing you know, you'll be serving Clemson fries and hamburgers and everything else. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I cannot imagine what it would be like. But you know, everybody remembers that time you made that first move with your significant other. Okay, and most of us, okay, like I said, the ones I really feel sorry for are the people your age and younger who are going to have to face this. Okay, I'd be terrified. You know, what's the point of going out to a bar or a club anymore?
Just to get drunk, I guess.
Okay, and again, okay, how right is that?
It's not.
Okay, it's not. Okay, where are you supposed to meet people?
Online. But then you can't even message a girl without
You're
being
a
a stalker.
predator.
Yeah.
You're a stalker. You're a predator. Okay, and like I said, I don't understand what where the direction the world's going in. Okay?
Downhill.
Or this country or whatever. Something's got to be done about it. And I don't know if the answer is in politics. I really don't believe it is. I believe the answer ultimately comes from a human side of things. That's what I feel like we're being lost touch of. The part of the problem is so many people don't speak for themselves anymore. Okay, everybody shares a meme. Everybody shares somebody else's comments. Okay, speak for yourself.
Be genuine.
Absolutely. Okay, and act like you have a half a brain. Okay, if you will speak for yourself, I'll actually listen to what you have to say.
More respect.
Absolutely, absolutely. You don't have to be the smartest person out there, okay, to explain to somebody how you feel about something. Okay, but do it with some sort of kindness. Okay, the amount of hate flowing around in the world right now is dumbfounding. Okay, I don't remember, and again, I'm not quite old enough to remember being born in the mid '60s. I would almost say that the hate that's out there is worse than it was in the 40s and the 50s. And I don't know how we got where we are.
Do you think all these issues that's going on in America are in other countries as well, or because we don't hear about their news?
Well, no, I think it's in some. I think a lot of this, and of course, I say it's in some. Your brain says, okay, this would be something you probably hear in England or in France or in Spain. But at the same time, okay, I feel like if you watch their media, it seems like over there there's less racial division. There's less. It's more. It seems more accepting on a broader scale than what we have going on here, and maybe it's because maybe they're still in the closet over there, so to speak, okay, about how they really feel. You know, maybe it's still taboo to talk about. You know, I think that's part of the problem here. And again, I feel like any issue out there should be something we should be able to talk about, okay, without somebody threatening you or. You know, and I think that's that's where we're lost. Okay, there's no real communication. Communication takes two sides.
People,
Two sides, two people. And I guess that's the big. But do I feel like that? Obviously, I would say that those countries, England, Spain, France, you know, even Japan, okay, those kind of countries that are more along the lines of where we are as far as technology and social media and stuff like that. I mean, obviously. You know, there's genocide going on everywhere in the world that we hear about on a regular basis. You know, there's a lot of it going on in the Middle East. There's a lot of it going on in South Africa. And it's all over the world, okay? But in those civilized nations, okay, do I feel like it's as bad as it is here? You know, I don't know. I mean, if anybody has the answer to that question, I'd be curious to know if there are other civilized nations where they're general population is speaking out against their leaders and of course, you know, maybe it's just me, but my hope would be that across the world that those elected leaders in those other democratic countries, okay, are actually still for the people.
I'm sure they are in a broader sense than our leaders are.
My question is, okay, where was that lost? Was it lost a long time ago and we were more or less uneducated sheep who didn't know any better? Okay, and because of social media today, is that something that all of a sudden we actually hear about on an instantaneous basis? You know, obviously, and don't get me wrong, we know of a lot of things that go back to even the Kennedy administration.
That's where I was just about
and,
to go.
And even before that, okay, where we know there were some things that weren't right, some crookedness going on and all that. But even so, okay, even back then, okay, with the exception of people who tried to assassinate the president, okay, back in the day, if you tried to assassinate the president, man, you were on the news, you were a household name, blah, blah. Nowadays, if you take a shot at the president, 2 weeks later, it's not even thought about.
Yep. Smoke screen, it was something else.
Absolutely. You know, and I guess that's the thing to me. Maybe it's just because it's more prominent now that we have such instant access to what's really going on out there. And people have a platform, unfortunately, like Facebook or like YouTube or anything like that, that they have a platform where, like we talked about, they can hide behind their monitor or their keyboard and say whatever they want without any real recourse. You know, maybe that's, you know, do I believe that there should be an internet police? There probably should be to some degree.
Yes, because it can infringe on the First Amendment.
It can. You know, there's a, you know, here's another double standard for you, okay? We scream and hear it every single day about no bullying in schools.
Yes.
Okay? Okay. Well, but it's okay to bully outside those doors on an absolute daily basis. Okay.
Every commercial you see or anything about bullying, it's all about in school. You never see it in a societal format.
How about stop bullying on Facebook?
Yeah.
How about stop bullying in front of the courthouse? How about stop bullying in the national parks? You know, and again, okay, somebody explain to me. Okay, I guess the problem is when I see, when I think about those kind of issues, okay, to me it's pretty cut and dried. You know, here's another prime example, and I know everybody's heard the story, okay? There's a transgender child who I believe is 10 or 11 or 12 years old out there right now, who was recently, there are photos that came out of this transgender child with pictures of a naked man.
I think I saw something about that.
Okay. Yet on the flip side of that, we're going to scream about pedophilia and all that. Yet how is this guy not in prison? Okay,
Yep.
And I don't care. To me, it makes no difference what your preferences are. Okay, as far as gender-based or your sexual preferences, that doesn't matter. That has
It's a child.
Absolutely, has zero bearing on it. Okay, where is the outcry? Okay, yet there are people out there who are actually going, well, let them be who they want to be. Are you kidding me?
If it was your child, I think you'd be very opposed to it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure too. Again, I could go on and on and on about these double standards, okay? But you see where I'm at.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? It's absolutely insane how much is going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
I saw an interesting article. This is a radical change of subject, but I need to pull it up on my phone. I'm going to get it here 1 second. It has to do with a radio frequency that has been recorded for the second time now.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes. Radio bursts are short, millisecond-long radio waves that come from billions of light years outside of the Milky Way galaxy. And for the second time ever, scientists have detected one that has been repeated, suggesting that it is from the same location. Let's see, what else is there? They aren't trying to hint at anything else. They were just broadly saying that it's very interesting that from the same place, a repeat radio frequency. They do not know what the frequency of the radio waves is to figure out what produced the burst and how the environment of the burst looks like. So this may just be a star exploding, creating these waves, or it could be intelligent life.
Any way you look at it, okay,
It's interesting.
right? Either way, okay.
Yes.
But to me, it's the idea that the way that it's come across, okay. Some scientists are actually saying that it leads more towards an intelligent life
Yes.
than it is even an exploding star or something.
Because they wouldn't explode twice.
Right. Okay. Not from the exact same location.
Exactly.
Okay. You know, is that something? Are we alone?
We can't be.
I have a hard time believing that we're the. Look at what we have. Think about it. Okay. In the last, because it's the anniversary in the last 50 years. Okay. Look what we've accomplished. Okay. Technologically. Okay. Whether it comes to space travel, internet capabilities and technology, communications technology, what our armed services technology, our spying technology, all of that. Think about, we used to walk and ride on horses. Okay,
Mhm.
Now we have cars that drive themselves. Okay,
That's a big jump from where it was before, and that kind of leads to, well, where did that
now
jump?
suppose there's a civilization that's
Yeah.
only 100 years ahead of us. What could be accomplished?
A lot.
Where do you see us in another 50 years? Technologically.
Okay, I was about to go the other way. Technologically, we're probably going to be about the same because it's all about money.
Well,
They're not going to go to a free energy source that will help everybody in the world because the industries will lose that money.
but do you feel like that the idea, and I've always said this, okay, I have my own views on this, but the utopian society is not, it will never exist.
It'll never. Even though it would be the greatest thing ever for mankind to even go exponentially further technology-wise, we'll never do it because of the money.
And again, it's about mankind, okay, when it's about me kind
Mm-hmm.
to the people in charge.
Yep.
Okay?
Paying me.
And it's not just here,
Yeah.
okay, that's leaders all over the world,
Mhm.
okay, that I'm pretty sure, and that's, I'm not going to get on my soapbox anymore about it, okay. I've spoken my piece, okay. It is what it is, okay. The only hope that we can have, okay, is that what I hope is, okay, if we're not the only ones out there, okay, right now, okay, what do you think they're going to come by? They're going to blow by our world and go, whoo,
Yeah, we're like ants to them.
why would we stop there?
Exactly. They're killing each other. Why would we have to kill
Right.
them?
Let's just wait till they kill themselves off,
Exactly.
and then we'll go in.
Yep.
And check it out. Absolutely. And it's sad to say this, okay? It's on. If you were collectively put in a group about the human race, would you be proud or would you be embarrassed?
Embarrassed.
Absolutely embarrassed.
Small, minute things you could be proud of,
Sure.
but the broad whole shebang,
Gosh, right?
you're embarrassed.
Okay, worldwide and historically
Yes.
speaking, okay, I'd be embarrassed to be a part of the human race.
Yep.
Okay, that's not to say I'm embarrassed to be an American, because I'm not. Okay, I'm proud to be an American. Okay, but as a general conversation when it comes to the human race,
Yeah.
we've not done so well. Not done so well, and not doing so well. I think that's the thing too that bothers me, is the fact that there are moments and periods in time where you feel like the human race has made such leaps and bounds, and not just on the technological end of things, but on the social aspect of things. Okay, and then all of a sudden, you go through this period and everybody's proud, and you're seeing all this great stuff going on. Human race, we're curing this. People are getting along.
Then we
People are being
regress.
free, and every single time,
Yep.
it's this big wave that's being ridden.
Two
okay?
steps forward, one step back.
And that's where we're going, okay? The only problem is that I think it's that as time rolls on, it becomes 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Well,
Yeah.
maybe 3,
Three back.
right?
Because we're in a downhill climb.
We are definitely on a downward spiral at the
Yes.
moment. Yeah, and hopes that hopefully someday that will come to pass and change and be different. Unfortunately, I don't feel like that'll be in my lifetime. Okay,
Yeah.
and my biggest fear for the younger generation, for you guys, there's that little glimmer of hope, okay, that says, gosh, I hope y'all can find that
Mhm.
that power, that energy source that's going to allow everybody to eat and not be hungry, and solve world hunger, and cure cancer, and everybody
Well,
be
the
happy.
cure's already out there, but keep going.
Like, that's another story that was
Yeah.
talked about this week, as a matter of fact. But then the flip side of that is, it terrifies me, is, okay, or are y'all going to live in a world full of anarchy? Okay, and it's going to be like and what I envision, it's going to be like going back to Game of Thrones kind of days.
Mhm.
Okay, as Speaking of Game of Thrones fans, the time is coming. Okay, but it's going to be like that. Okay, where literally it's lawlessness. Okay,
Never-ending anarchy.
absolutely. People are going to just be out there beheading people for the sake of just doing it. You know, and I think that's a world that scares me. You know, what scares me about that is for you guys, okay, y'all are having to make a decision, okay, where even at my age and maybe even my parents and my grandparents, okay, the decision to bring children into the world was pretty simple. It's something you do. It's you know, carry on the family name and complete your life. You know, and that's how I go. Nowadays, I understand people like y'all going, do I really want to bring a kid into this world?
Until I see a better future than I have in my life, I will not bring a child into this world.
So how do we? And here lies the big question. Okay, how do we get? And unfortunately, it's not happening in our colleges and universities. Okay, that's where
it's spreading.
That's where the virus is spreading.
Yes.
Okay, how do we get your generation to band together and say no more? Enough is enough.
As far as for the governments, I have no idea. I have no idea.
You know, and people can say what they want. Okay, the '60s, the early '70s. Okay, it was all about loving your neighbor, make love, not war. Oh my gosh, that was a very sexist comment. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying it was more about peace and freedom and getting along and brother, can you spare a dime? And all that has all been lost.
There would have to be an existential threat, I believe, for us to actually revert to
that. But don't you find it takes something that drastic to wake people up and go, gosh, maybe we were focused on the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sadly enough, it's going to be to the point, you know, and it's odd, even with the numbers of people that were affected by the 9/11 thing, almost everybody in the country knew somebody who had a family member, or in some way, shape, or form, everybody was affected by that.
Yeah.
Okay. Even with those small numbers, can you imagine what it would be like worldwide if somebody managed to kill 30, 40, 50,000 people at a time? Okay, you know, it is happening in this world, okay, and we don't even realize it half the time because the smoke screens keep coming up and we don't talk about the most important things. There was a tsunami not too long ago.
Never heard about it.
That killed ridiculous, like some 3,000 people. Okay, and I'm not talking about the big one in Phuket. Okay, I'm talking about just recently. Okay, and all of a sudden one day there's a little blip on the news about it. Hey, 3,000 people lost their lives today. Okay, and in other news, okay, the White House was feeding kids McDonald's hamburgers. I mean, where the priorities are all screwed up.
Yes.
Okay, and I guess my plea to the people in Washington and the people the powers that be that are not even in Washington, okay, is step back for just a second. Okay, imagine if the hate was towards your own family members, if the suffering was towards your own family members, okay, how would you react to that?
Put yourself in those shoes.
Put yourself in their shoes, okay? Walk a mile in their shoes and you will discover a whole new world.
That's true.
So anyway.
Anything else on the docket?
I think we're good.
Alrighty. Well,
enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
Hope everybody was okay living through our quirkiness and our odds and ends.
Yeah.
Allison, we'll get you straightened out next week. Josh, we're ready to have you back. Don't forget, Josh, that $20 is worth it. Go do your thing. Enjoy yourself. Everybody out there, just make sure that if you're looking for us, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook Live. You can find us anywhere where you stream.
Yep.
Okay. Be sure to check us out on YouTube. Subscribe.
Hit the icon.
Hit the bell icon. Let you know when we're live each time. We're live Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock.
If you want to be a guest, email almostlegalpodcast@gmail.com. We'll get you in there.
Another question which I'd like to put out on our site, okay? We'd like to know from our listeners, okay, what is your odd or unknown talent?
All right. Unusual talents.
Unusual talents, okay? That's what we're looking for. We want to know what your unusual talent is, okay? To the point where we might like to feature you on the show. We've reconfigured our studio where we can do bigger and better things with our guests and have them in. And so we'd like to know what your odd or unknown talent is, okay? So it can be weird. It can be something normal, but we'd like to know what that is. Just remember, we appreciate you tuning in to the Almost Legal Podcast, where we talk about almost everything, and everything's almost legal.
Yep. And also, for forecasting the future, we may have some raffles that will greatly benefit us and please our listeners. So be on the lookout for that in the
Prizes,
coming
folks.
months, probably.
Prizes.
We got big things coming up.
Prizes. I
Prizes.
like prizes. Hey, and just to be honest with you, we're talking more than a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yes, some very awesome things to come. Anyways, that's it. Please like, rate, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next week.